Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening, we're going to go back and look at Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Now tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of this set's release, so I figured it was a perfect time to take a break from Phyrexia All Be One and open up some Neon Dynasty. We'll get back to this next week, and in the future, we'll open up some more Dominaria Remastered, some Brothers War, even some Midnight Hunt, Boulder's Gate, and Kaldheim. So stay tuned for that. But for today, let's crack this thing open and see what kind of value we can find inside. So there are still quite a few chase cards in here, aside from the neon inks, right? So the red neon ink is currently going for $1,324 on TCG Player, but the foil etched Wandering Emperor is going for $175, and the showcase Wandering Emperor is going for $73. So there's still quite a bit of value to be had. So let's crack this things open and see what we can find. All right, pack number 1. This one is going to start off with a Reckoner's Bargain. Then we're going to see a Regent's Authority, followed by a Circuit Mender, a Prodigy Prototype, followed by an Okiba Reckoner Raid. Then we're going to see a beautiful swamp here. Now, all of the lands in this set are still valued over $1 in non-foil. The most expensive being the alternate version of the swamp at $335. So we're going to see Anoria Yamazika, the Poet, coming in Showcase with a Peerless Samurai. An upside down, was it Moon Snare Specialist, followed by a Dokochi Silencer. And our first rare we're going to see is the Dragon Kami Reborn from the main set. Then we're going to see a Komenu Battle Armor coming out of the Commander set, followed by an Aganjo Uprising. And we're going to see March of Otherworldly Light coming in the Showcase treatment. And then we got a Lion Sash coming in at the end, foil showcase with a Samurai and a treasure token in the back. All right, moving into pack number 2 here. First pack, not any home runs, but that's okay. That's why they come in packs of or boxes of 12. All right, so this one starts off with a Dokochi Shadow Walker, followed by a Short Circuit. Then we're going to see an Awakened Awareness, a Replication Specialist. Oh, I missed a card there. Kamano Faces Kakazan. And there's our mountain in all of its glory, followed by a Peerless Samurai, Seven Tail Mentor, another upside down non-foil showcase. So this is going to be the Covert Technician. Then we got a Dokochi Shadow Walker. Then we're going to see a Scrap Welder coming in from the main set as our rare, followed by an Organic Extinction coming in from Commander. It does hold a little bit of value. Then we've got an Invoke Calamity, followed by Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Now this is going to be a pretty good hit here. This is the what they call the showcase version. This is currently valued over $20. And then we've got the Reality Chip coming in extended art foil with a Spirit and a Pilot token in the back. All right, so we've got one hit so far. Let's see if we can't find a Jitaxin or Jin-Gitaxis. A Wandering Emperor would be fantastic in any treatment. Even from the main set, the Wandering Emperor is still at $21. And then, of course, there's always the famous land, Basiju, who endures. So we've got a Fade into Antiquity, a Thornwood Falls, Goshinto of Hidden Cruelty, a Mech Hanger, followed by an Era of Enlightenment. And there we go. There is the swamp that is the most valuable land in the set. Very cool to see that. And then we've got a Seven Tail Mentor, an Aganjo Exemplar. I think they're all going to be upside down. And then we get a double Mukatai Ambusher, one in foil and one in non-foil. And then a Biting Palm Ninja coming in from the main set, with a Rampant Rejuvenator coming in from Commander, followed by a Thousand Face Shadows. Then we're going to see Mukatai Soul Ripper with a Goro Goro Disciple of Ryusi, with a samurai and a treasure token. All right, moving on through. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so you can see all of those collector boxes opened up in relatively short order. So we got a Fang of Shigeki, an Ancestor's Arrest, Reinforced Ronin, Flame Discharge, followed by Behold the Unspeakable. Then we're going to see a Forest with a Jukutai Trainee, Heir of the Ancient Fang. It's only partially annoying. We have an Inkrise Infiltrator, followed by a Silver Fur Master. And then we're going to see a Reckoner Bankbuster coming in, a little bit of value from the main set. Followed by a Swift Reconfiguration coming in from the Commander set, over $1 in value. Followed by one of our lands. We got the Otara Soaring City coming in. Very cool to see this. Looking forward on my list. I know it is valued over $10. So we'll put that down here in our cool pile. And then we get a Nagajo Uprising, followed by a Tribute to Hirobi, and a Spirit and a Pilot token. Regardless, the price will be on the screen. That's why I do the price overlays, just in case I can't find it quick enough on my list. All right, so this one starts off with a Scrapyard Steelbreaker. Then we're going to see a Nezumi Blade Master, followed by a Touch of the Spirit Realm, Jukutai Naturalist, Tales of Master Shishiro. Then we get to see an Island, followed by a Reinforced Ronin, a Sunblade Samurai, an Upside Down Blade Blizzard Kintsu, a Moon Snare Specialist in foil. Then we're going to see a Spirit Sister's Call coming in from the main set, Mythic hit, but unfortunately not valued over $1. Then we get an Unquenchable Fury coming in from the Commander set with an Inventive Iteration. I believe that's the showcase version of that. And then we get another land here. We get Sozukin Crucible of Defiance coming in. Very cool to see that. Then we get a Tatsuari Toad Rider with a Samurai and a Human Monk. All right, moving into pack number 6 here. This will take us to the halfway point of the box. I would only say 2 good hits so far. I'm sure there's a couple others with some value. So we got Tawashi Song Shaper, Seba Trespassers, Assassin's Ink, Tempered in Solitude, with the Fall of Lord Kanda, a Plains. Then we're going to see an Nagajo Exemplar, an Upriser Renegade, a Fang of Shigeki upside down. There it is. And then a Blade Blizzard Kintsu, followed by a Foil Farewell from the main set. This is going to be a good hit. The non-foil version is valued at $9.42. So I'm going to put that down here for now. And then we got Kosi Penitent Warlord coming in from Commander with a non-neon ink Higatsu Devouring Chaos. Then we're going to see the Reality Chip, followed by Kotos the Silence Spider with a Spirit and a Construct token. All right, so we're up to 3 cards, I believe, valued over $10 in 6 packs. I think we need to do a little bit better than that to break even on this box, so let's see what we can do. So we got a Searchlight Companion, followed by a Lucky Offering, a Bronze Cudgels, an Orky Merge Keeper, and right behind that, we have the Long Reach of Night, followed by a Forest. Then we're going to see Nezumi Blade Blesser, followed by a Sky Blessed Samurai, another Fang of Shigeki upside down, an Inkrise Infiltrator with a Kami of Transience coming in, a Silk Guard coming in from Commander, valued just over $1. And then we got Lizard Blades coming in extended art, followed by Spirit Sister's Call, mythic with a Higatsu consumes all, and then a spirit and a construct. All right, so we've seen 2 Higatsus, but no neons. They're just so hard to pull. I imagine it's something like 1 a pallet as opposed to 1 a case. So we got a Moth Rider Patrol, a Shrine Steward, a Prosperous Thief, Leech Gauntlet, with a Tales of Master Shihiro, a Mountain, followed by Guardians of Oboro, Peerless Samurai, and an Izumi Prowler upside down. Sorry about that. There it is. And then we have a Fang of Shigeki, Blade of the Oni, another mythic showing on up here, with an Iron Soul Enforcer coming in at a commander. We're going to see Weaver of Harmony. Then we've got Rasona Asari Commander with a Tatsuari Toad Rider coming in at the end. Foil showcase with a treasure and a samurai. Getting a little nervous on this box. We'll go through the full MTG box analysis at the end so you can find out what we actually saw, how much of the set we covered, duplication, and value. All right, so this one starts off with a Kami's Flare, Bearer of Memory, High-Speed Hoverbike, Goshinto of the Boundless Vigor, one of those shrines from the set, Asusa's Many Journeys, then we see a Plains, followed by Heir of the Ancient Fang, Aki Ronin, a Coiling Stalker upside down with an Izumi Prowler directly behind it. And then we're going to see an Eater of Virtue coming in from the main set with Yoshimaru Ever Faithful coming in from the Commander. Value just over $5, so that's a pretty decent hit. Right behind that, we have another Mythic. Jugen Defends the Temple. Followed by Kaidori Soul of Kamigawa with a Kodama of the West Tree coming in. Very nice. So lots of Mythics in this particular set, or in this particular pack. So we'll put Kodama down here because that's going to be a pretty decent hit for us. Then we have a Spirit and a Construct in the back. All right, 3 packs remaining. 4 hits out of 9 packs. So let's get another one. We got a Twisted Embrace, followed by a Swiftwater Clips, Covert Technician, Silver Fur Master with the Modern Age. And then we're going to see our Forest, followed by an Upriser Renegade, Guardians of Oboro, a Duplication Shadow Walker with a Coiling Stalker. We're going to see Light Paws Emperor's Voice coming in from the main set as our rare, with a Katsumu the Anointer coming in from Commander, with Tashimi Reality Architect in extended art, with a Lion Sash, and then a Surge Hacker Mech coming in foil showcase with a Samurai and a Treasure. I thought I saw a little dent on the Samurai token, but just a token. Better to see damage on a token than, you know, a foil etched card. All right, so we got a Kami of Terrible Secrets, followed by a Kami of Industry, a Dragonspark Reactor, not a Kami, then a Roadside Reliquary, followed by the Shattered States Era, and then we're going to see ourselves an Island. Then the Imperial Subduer, an Aki Ronin, and then we got a Futurist Operative, followed by Dokuchai Shadow Walker, a Soul Transfer coming in from the main set, with a Myojin of Towering Might coming in from the Commander set, and Junji the Midnight Sky. It's going to be a pretty good hit for us. Another Mythic valued over $10. Then we've got the Toad Rider again, and a Lion Sash coming in from the main set in extended art foil, with a Spirit and a Pilot token. All right, final chance. We're up to 5 cards valued over $10. Come on, Bosiju. Come on, Emperor. That's what we want to see. All right, Ecological Terrarium, followed by an Experimental Synthesizer, Thirst for Knowledge, Blossom Prancer, Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Then we've got our Plains with an Aki Ronin. Seen that quite a few times. A Reinforced Ronin. And then a Moon Circuit Hacker with a Future Operative right behind it. Then we're going to see March of Otherworldly Light coming in from the main set, valued just over $1. And then an Aerial Surveyor coming in from Commander. Sokazen Crucible of Defiance coming in extended art non-foil, with a Kami of Transcendence and a foil Farewell in the End in Showcase. Very cool to see that. Then we got a Samurai and a Construct. All right, so I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the cards that we were eligible to pull in a collector booster pack of Neon Dynasty, and we'll compare that to the cards that we saw in the entire box. Then we'll take a look at the set coverage by Rarity, as well as Duplication. And from a value perspective, we'll look at the value of the cards we could have seen in a collector booster box, as well as break down the actual observed value for this box. Then we'll close it out with a summary. And for this box opening, we're also going to do a comparative analysis of 2 different collector booster boxes opened up on the channel. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box, as well as 80 others, simply join the channel at the Gimme the Data level. Let's kick things off by taking a look at what we saw in this box versus what we could have seen. This chart shows all the non-foils that we saw in green, the foils that we saw in orange, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we were eligible to see everything from the showcase category over to the extended art category on the chart. In these 12 packs, we ended up seeing 34 showcase, 2 borderless, and 12 extended art cards in non-foil. In the foil space, we saw a variance of 5 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with blue having 9 cards and black having the most with 14. We also saw 31 foil showcase and 5 extended art cards. Not shown in this chart are the 12 non-foil extended art cards pulled from the Commander subset. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of the Phyrexian, Etched Foil, or Neon Ink Chase cards in this box. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 33 unique showcase cards for 34% coverage of the category. We saw 2 of the 15 borderless for 13% coverage, and 12 of the 73 extended art cards for 16% coverage. In total, we saw 47 unique cards out of a possible 202 that we were eligible to see, giving us an overall non-foil coverage percentage of 23. In the foil space, we saw 114 out of a possible 479 cards for 24% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage, excluding basic lands, was in black with 33% coverage. It is also important to note that we saw every single one of the full art Japanese alternate art basic lands in this box. Pivoting to coverage by Rarity, in the non-foil space, we saw 94% of the commons and 47% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in the collector booster box. We also saw 21 rares for 17% coverage and 3 mythics for 7% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 31% of the commons, 37% of the uncommons, 20 rares for 11% coverage, and 4 mythics for 7% coverage. From the main set, this box contained 41 rares and 7 mythics. From the Commander subset, we saw an additional 11 rares and a single mythic. This brought the grand total for the box up to 52 rares and 8 mythics in these 12 packs. Duplication in this booster box was very low. However, we did see repeats coming in from the main set, the full art basic lands, and in the showcase category. Overall, 7 cards were repeated twice for a box duplication rate of 4%. Before we take a look at the value that we saw in this box, let's baseline with a look at the market value of the Neon Dynasty set. This chart shows all 494 cards that can be pulled out of a collector booster pack, either in non-foil or foil. This is broken down by color, category, and using dollar ranges based on February 16th, 2023 market prices. Currently, there are 31 cards valued over $10, 18 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 72 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 373 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the value of all of these cards, you'd have a total market value of $2,444.59. However, those 3 neon ink cards are extremely rare, so if we exclude those, the market value of the remaining 491 cards is $1,111.94. Now that we have an understanding of the set value, let's take a look at the actual value we saw in this collector booster box, starting off with the non-foils. We saw 2 of the 31 big hits in this box, and they include the Extended Art Otawara Soaring City, valued at $16.18, and the Showcase Fable of Mirror Breaker, which flips into the reflection of Kikijiki, valued at $20.30. We also saw a single card valued between $5 and $10, and 5 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 40 non-foils in the box were all valued under $1. In the foil space, we only saw 1 big hit, and that was the Foil Showcase Farewell in the very last pack, valued at $15.05. We did see 2 honorable mentions, though, with a Foil Farewell from the main set coming in at $9.89, and the Foil Showcase Kadama of the West Tree, valued at $8.93. We also saw 22 foils valued over $1, but the remaining 94 foils in the box were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from Amazon for $149.99 back on Thanksgiving Day. The current market price for these boxes is $204.93, so I got this box at a great price. Today's collector booster box contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards from the set. The 12 tokens in the box are currently valued at $1.85. The 12 basic lands have a total value of $27.53. The 12 commander cards that we saw have a total market value of $17.31, thanks to a few good hits, and the 48 non-foils have a combined value of $68.18. The remaining 108 foils have a total market value of $84.93. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $199.80, which means that this box was a gain of $49.81 for me and a return of 133% of the box price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 27 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $152.24, which represents 76% of the total box value. Luckily, those 27 cards covered my cost for the box. And finally, I wanted to share the results of today's collector booster box against the one that I opened on the channel September 28th of last year. From a coverage perspective, the 2 boxes were pretty comparable, both in their non-foil and foil set coverage. Today's box did have slightly more duplication than the previous box, but it was less than 1%. From a rare and mythic perspective, today's box was better, seeing 52 rares and 8 mythics versus 54 rares and 6 mythics in the previous box. From a value perspective, I've gone back to the previous inventory and updated all of the market prices, so we're doing a true apples-to-apples comparison. In the commander space, the previous box was better using today's prices with $23.97 in total value. In the non-foil space, the previous box was much better than today's box, seeing almost 18% more value in its $82.92 in total value. In the foil space, including basic lands as well as tokens, today's box saw 20% more value than the previous box with a total of $114.31. In the end, the 2 boxes were pretty close in total value with only $1.62 difference between them. Based on the price I paid, though, today's box is the clear victor with an actual return of $49.81, whereas the previous box was a loss of over $30. This led to today's box seeing a return of 133% of its purchase price in card value, and the previous box only seeing 86%. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this look back at Kamigawa Neon Dynasty on the 1-year anniversary. Until next time, do something amazing.